Hey, what's up everybody, this is Rick501 and today I'm going to go over one of the most important changes that's coming with the new Division 2 update that's currently on the PTS. And this change actually isn't even shown in the official patch notes, but there's this post I'll link in the description that is just from a player that is pretty much putting all the changes they've found so far in the PTS. And the one I'm going to be talking about are the recalibration changes. Now, there's two screenshots showing the differences, and the differences are massive. Now, that's the wrong direction. This one right here is actually what it is currently like on the live servers. So basically right here, now this is World Tier 4 items. So there's an item right here that he's using to roll onto this item. That's 450 gear score. This one's 451 gear score. And he's rolling skill power onto this. Now, in live, it is increasing the gear score to 466. It gives it the armor, so it would be up to 466 because that's basically the only thing that goes up in those ranges. And he's going skill power and he's rolling 228 and it's capping at 278 skill power for the roll. And that's coming from a roll that's 715. Now this is a really small upgrade to the amount of skill power on this item from rolling it. It does get a lot of armor because it gets so much of a gear score bump. And this is what it is on the PTS right now. Now, it's the same amount of skill power being rolled on the same item. Now, on the PTS, the gear score doesn't go up, but you still get the armor like the gear score was going up. And there's a new recalibration score meter here. Now, this shows 0 to 100, and 100 is the max. So say if you had 80, you'd probably have less armor because it would technically be lower gear score if it was on the live servers right now. And he's rolling the same 1750 skill power onto the same 228 skill power, but it's going up to 620 instead of the 278. Now, if you compared this rolled item right here with 278 skill power to this rolled item right here to 620 skill power, the same item on live and on the PTS, if they were already rolled, there would be a 48% increase in the stats from right here to right here if it was already rolled. So that makes me think that most likely, we don't know exactly the numbers, but most likely it's going to be around an average or rounded of 50% increases on the amount of stats we can get from recalibrating. Now, it is still capped, but as I said, it's capped much higher, so we're getting a lot more stats off these same exact items. So basically, this is going to increase our stats, our base stats, by quite a bit. If you could think right now, maybe you have, 5% credit on an item and you roll, and you have like a 10% critical strike on a item you're trying to roll onto it, and it goes up to like 6 or 7, right? Now it would go up like 8 or 9, something like that. I don't know the actual numbers, but we're going to have a lot more stats. And with how the changes are already going, so they're basically nerfing a lot of talents, or they're trying to bring a lot of talents in the line, which means mostly nerfing a lot of the strongest ones, increasing the requirements of, red, blue, or yellow that you actually need on the item to activate the talent, and then nerfing a lot of the best talents just in what they do. They're reducing our power quite a bit, but they're also reducing the power of the enemies just overall in the game. I don't know exactly how much that is. I talked about that in the state of the game, but past all of that, then we're just getting some pretty heavy stat increases. 48% more, possibly, 50% more, which is a massive increase. If you could think how much critical hit chance that would be, critical hit damage that would be, headshot damage, all that type of stuff, you're going to be getting a massive amount of damage. You're going to be getting more skill power. You're going to be getting more of any stat you want to roll. So that is a really big power spike. And what it seems to me they're doing is they're trying to bring all the talents in line, and then they're just making us stronger just through stats, and making the talents mean quite a bit less, making the talents much harder to get, which in my opinion makes the game a bit more stale. And what I mean by that is we're just getting more stats, so more damage, more health, more armor, all that type of stuff, but we're not having to do anything for it. Like right now, if you're using Frenzy, which is getting nerfed by half basically currently on the PTS, if you're using it right now, you have to let yourself keep losing armor, losing more and more armor to get more damage. And most people try to make builds that kind of revolve around staying lower armor to get that damage increase. Now, because it's getting nerfed, a lot of those people are going to use it, and you're technically going up in power, so you're basically just going to have, you know, much more passive power, and all these talents that you had to make builds around, you had to keep activated, all that type of stuff, are going to be a lot less of a requirement to have really good builds. Most likely, I think we're going to see a lot of builds revolving around on the ropes, which is being used quite a bit right now, and just around having none of those active talents, only having stat talents, and just going with pure damage and stuff like that through just straight stats. So I just want to go over that. I do want to go over this in the PTS, but I had an issue with my character, so I don't really have a character on the PTS to test anything on right now. So hopefully I'll get that character added to the PTS soon to be able to actually go over this stuff in game. But I wanted to show you guys this because it is super important on what's going on the PTS right now. You know, all the stuff could be changed, but this seems like something that's going to be staying. So I wanted to let you guys know about this. Maybe you guys can start farming items or trying to set up builds that rely much less on talents and much more on stats, because most likely that's going to serve you a lot better in the upcoming patch. So subscribe if you want to see more Division 2 content. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you think about Division 2, what you think about all these PTS changes, and thanks for watching.